All right, welcome to the Zero Caution podcast. I'm here with. Is that how we're gonna do it? I'm keeping that. We're rolling with it. We're rolling with it.
Oh, I just done that on purpose.
I know you did. I know you did. I know that's
Honest.
exactly what you did.
That was
Cause we went
mad.
over this. I'm keeping it. Fuck you. We're not redoing. We're here with fuckface and asshole, and the one and only Randy. So
fucking hell.
fucking assholes.
You were supposed to go first, man.
What do you mean? I literally. I'm gonna bash my head against the wall.
No, I knew I was meant to go first, but I just couldn't be asked.
He just, he just didn't give a fuck. He was just like, nah, I'm just gonna not say anything. Fuck this guy. Fuck his dreams. Fuck everything he's about. Fuck his life.
Oh, that kills me, man.
Oh, fucking hell.
Jesus, man. So, let's talk about killing babies. I am pro killing babies.
What do you mean?
What the fuck?
Abortion, Same thing. I'm gonna label it. I'm gonna label it how everyone else labels it. Like everyone's like,
How
oh,
the
they're
media
fucking the baby
labels
killers. Yeah, dude. That's exactly what they say. So, I'm in support of baby killing. What about you, Stucky? Are you pro baby killing?
I would say yes, I am.
Yes, you are. What about you, Avid?
But
What do you mean? You can't just like batter a baby, like. What?
Yeah, you can. You just right out the womb, just
No.
fucking hit it with a baseball bat. You just punt the
Nah.
fucker. That's how abortion's done, isn't it?
Personally, what I'm saying is, if you don't want a kid, don't fucking have one in the first place.
Okay, so what do you think should be done with the kid?
What do you mean?
Oh, like,
If you're pregnant, you
Yeah.
should have the fucking baby. Like,
all right, then if you don't want the kid, what should you do with it?
Put it up for adoption.
All right, no,
okay.
you're wrong.
I like.
Why? Like,
Because
you gotta give me some reasoning. You can't just
No.
go, you're wrong.
there is no reasoning. That's it. My opinion is fact. All right, my opinion. I want to be a dictator. All right. No, well, think about it this way. If you completely remove abortion, and then hold on. Well, before I get into that, a lot of people use that extreme point of view where they're like, "Oh, well, what if a rape case happens or whatever," and they just hide behind that, right? Like they just hide behind the bullshit where it's like, "Oh, you're telling me she should have this fucking rapist, this kid?" No, fuck that. That's an extreme case. Don't even. We're not even talking about that. We're just talking about the common person, right? That says, "Oh, I'm against that because you're killing children or whatever. You should put them up to adoption and this and that." It's like, how many of those people have adopted children? It's like you're just putting kids up to adoption and they're just staying in foster care for like the rest of their fucking miserable lives that they can't succeed in. And it's like a lot of people put up the argument that it's like, well, what if one out of 1,000 kids has the cure to cancer or is a great entertainer or a good singer? It's like, oh yeah, so fuck the other 999, right? Like, get the fuck out of here.
See, look, I see where he's coming from. Because
see what I
there
mean?
are a lot of kids in like adoption houses and
And it's
what are
like,
they called? Care homes. Sorry,
exactly.
Care homes, and it's not a good place. Let's be honest.
It's really depressing. Like,
Exactly.
and it's a shitty fact, but if they're ugly, they're gonna stay there for the rest of their life. And it's shitty to say, but it's fucking true. I mean, you don't want to say it, but that's exactly what happens. And it's like, wouldn't you rather take a life from someone that doesn't know what they're missing out on? Like, instead of bringing them into a unwinnable, everything stacked against them situation.
But then in that theory, like the same with people with Alzheimer's and shit, like what the fuck?
Kill them. Say.
Because no, like they don't know what.
Well, that developed over
going
time,
on,
and
so-
they have already lived for so long. I mean, I think if the person like, I think that
To be fair,
it should be okay as well if they want to die as well. Think about it. Like, if I have Alzheimer's, while I'm still like capable of thinking and it's just beginning, I want to be like, once I get to the point to where I don't even know my own like son or mother, kill me. Like, what's the point? There is no reason. Like, I'm not me anymore. I'm just a fucking organism at this point. Like, I think that they should be allowed to say, like, once I got to that point, just get rid of me. Like, what's the point? Like, there's literally no reason because I'm no longer me. So I think they should be able to have an out as
I
well.
see where you're coming from.
You know?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Plus, they got to go because some countries are struggling, like water and food.
Oh, water.
So,
I like
so
it.
fuck them. Just kill them all.
Jeez. Just
start killing everyone.
kill the mentally ill. I like it, dude. I like it. The
Just
moment
fuck 'em all, man.
everyone in a psychiatric ward should just be murdered. I like it.
What the fuck? I didn't even go that far, but yeah.
If you have
might
any
as well,
sort of
man. Yeah.
disorder, that's a death penalty. Right off the bat.
Murderers can't just get a death penalty straight up.
Now we should use those
Murderers.
murderers. Like murderers and like pieces of shit. We should use those. Like I don't understand why they kill them. It's like if you killed more than like 10 people before you were caught, I think we should use you. Like clearly you're good at it. You know what I mean? Like
You can't just hire them as like part of an elite squad.
well,
like-
not use them like a Black Ops where it's like some shit that nobody needs to know about, off the record. You know, really secretive shit, and then just kill them after. You know?
The fuck?
Nah, I don't agree with that personally.
See, look, I don't think murderers should be killed because sometimes murder is not on purpose and it is an accident.
Yeah, but
Give
then
an
that's classed
example.
as manslaughter. Manslaughter isn't
But
the same
then
sort of thing.
it can still get put down as murder in a court case.
Mm,
So,
I suppose so.
So you're talking about like, well, give an example because I'm not really understanding.
right, say if you're in a car crash, yeah, and you kill the other person in the car, but you're still alive, you're still good. They will not do you for murder; they'll do you for manslaughter.
I don't think they do anything for you if it was like a legitimate accident,
No,
unless you were like
if the accident was your fault.
responsible. Yeah, well, then you shouldn't fuck up. I think, right? Like, I feel like, I don't know. I see what you're saying. Well,
I
I
just
feel
think-
like that's case to case, wouldn't it? Right? Like, if the guy clearly was just speeding and ran a red light like a dickhead and he killed someone, like, I think that's fine. Give him the murder
They
charge.
gotta die.
He's a scumbag, right? Like, you know, if he's drunk driving, like, fuck that guy. Like, you know, he's a piece of shit too. Like, we need to bring back torture for those fuckers, right? I don't know. I get what you're saying though, because like, what if I accidentally killed someone in the sense of like working heavy machinery, you know, and
Yeah.
some
Say
shit
like
happens, right?
you're at work and you dropped a massive fucking block on someone or something.
Or something fell off a crate, and yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Anything like that, then you won't get done for murder because it's accident.
Yeah,
Accidental.
accidental murder, yeah. But they still label you as, they still put that label on it, murder, which is kind of,
yeah, they'll
you know,
still
ugh.
class you as a murderer because you killed him. No matter what happens, you killed him.
Fucking
the laws are-
sneeze, knocked
I-
a crate over,
actually-
and killed someone.
Yeah, you see someone across the world fucking fell off a bridge. Fucking-
Someone's responsible for that. We need to label someone a murderer, goddammit.
exactly.
I think that's the exact same way in the U.S. I forgot to mention that, you know, you both are from, you know, in Europe and stuff. But I think those laws are the exact same over here in the
Yeah,
sense of
both
like,
them go.
I don't know. I agree with you that not every, you shouldn't get that that murder like
That
title. That
You
title.
shouldn't- Yeah, you shouldn't get the title as a murderer if it's an accidental thing. But that's
Oh,
just my opinion.
speaking of titles, one thing I absolutely fucking hate is like accidental like rape charges and shit, and how they get like fucked
Oh, that's
over.
bollocks. Yeah, that's all
Dude.
shit.
Like there needs to be a penalty for women that lie, and it can't be that hard of a penalty either, because if let's say a female was raped, right, and she, you know, she came forward, she did everything correctly, you know, everything was like she wasn't lying, everything's legit, like
Okay.
this guy's a piece of shit,
Yeah.
right? sometimes it just won't get convicted because there wasn't enough proof. Like, some like you're not supposed to shower right after a rape case. You're supposed to get with the authorities immediately so they can test you and stuff like that, so they can get the evidence and stuff like that. And a lot of girls, they let's say she goes into the shower because she feels dirty because she just got raped, right? So she's trying to clean off because
Yeah, I've
she
seen that
feels
crazy shit
violated
on
and stuff
film.
like that, and then she goes to the authorities, and she might have washed out all the DNA that could have been on her, and then there's no evidence to support that he actually did this, and he just so happens to come from a rich family, so he has good attorneys and good lawyers and stuff like that. So he ends up fucking this girl in the sense of like through the legal system. Like whoever has the most money usually wins because
Yeah.
they'll keep the investigation going and going, and it's like, well, I'm out of fucking money, I can't keep this going. So
And then you
I
lose.
understand for situations like that very specifically, you can't really have a charge for if you say someone raped you and then it comes out that it didn't happen. You can't really penalize them because those situations that they do happen in. It's like, because then it did happen, but then she ends up going to jail. And it's like, well, fuck. Like, now she's a victim in two ways. A victim by the government and a victim by this piece of shit. But then you got these cases like these girls in high school that get pregnant by this guy and they don't want to accept their consequences and responsibility for their actions. So they're like, he raped me. So I get an easy cop out with my parents. Because if I say I fucked this guy and I got a kid, I'm going to get in trouble at home. So let me throw away his fucking life. So I get it scot-free with my parents. So I don't know. How would you like go about like fixing that? Like I don't know. That's
There's so many loopholes in it that it's like fucking virtually impossible to
There's so many loopholes in any
like.
kind of conviction, to be honest.
because I think everybody would agree that rape is worse than murder, right? Like I don't think anybody would disagree on that.
Yeah,
Like if you're a rapist, I hate you more than a murderer.
You're mentally destroying someone for like the rest of their life. So,
Yeah.
I don't know how you could force yourself upon someone so much that you have to do something like that. I don't know. How do you get that in your head that I'm gonna force myself into this person?
Yeah, like what kind of mentality is that where it's like I'm
Yeah,
gonna
like
do
how
this?
would you get put in that mental state that you put that upon yourself?
Like I think everybody once in their life or maybe a couple times has thought I'm gonna kill this fucker, right? Like it could be a bar fight, it could be whatever the fucking argument. Like I don't think anyone's higher than or above murder. Like I think everybody can reach to that point as to kill someone. No one,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it just takes that one fucking day where you just snap, right? It's like, dude, fuck this guy, and you just fuck him up, and you can't control yourself, and you kill this guy. No one's above murder, but rape is a whole nother thing. It's like you have to be fucked in the head,
Yeah, you've got to have something going wrong inside of your head
So
to
it's like,
make that happen.
so the way we think of murders is in the worst way possible, right? So imagine you get labeled as a rapist and a sex offender, and you didn't do anything wrong. It's like now you're hated by fucking everyone the way that we hate those people who actually do it. So it's like that's such a gray area in the sense of like you want to believe the girl, right? Like right away when someone says this guy raped me.
Stop.
Like you don't want to fucking question her like, "Oh, did he?" Like cuz then you seem like a piece of shit, right?
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
but at the same time, it's like you almost have to start doing it because of all these new cases that come up of like people um or females specifically faking that shit. And it almost like discredits all of the other rape victims that actually try to like talk about that shit.
You know what the crazy thing is a lot of people can sit here and say like, "Oh, a woman's been raped," blah blah blah. But a lot of the time, it happens to men.
Well, in prison.
Don't come out, or nah, like girls raping boys,
I've
and
never heard
a lot
of
the
that
time
many cases.
is like they don't come out because
It's embarrassing.
they're like, oh, it's like their friends are like, hey, you fucked her, and do you know what I mean? And it kind of like passes by. But when you actually sit there and think about it, a lot of people, they're not really into it, but the girl forces it on, and then that's rape, man.
I get what you're saying.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I think it's a lot harder to rape a man because
Yeah, it is. Of course it is,
you
because we're
know
all sexual cunts.
exactly.
But I'm double
But
game for anything. But
I know I understand what you're saying. Like that definitely happens. Like it's not a thing that never happens. But I don't know. I
it
don't think
is
it
a lot
happens
rarer.
more.
Yeah, it is a lot of a rarer
Oh,
thing.
I thought you were
But
saying it happens more than
no,
females
no,
getting
no, no, no,
raped.
no
Okay.
way,
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about that, man. Like, I don't know what y'all
no
doing to the
way.
UK. No,
um,
but there is there is a such thing as a rape culture in the U.S. Like there is, but there isn't. There isn't in the sense of civilian life, but in prison life there is. The United States is the only prison system that has a problem with rape. I don't know why the fuck, but they do. That is
okay.
that's fucked. Like, and maybe in the U.S. like the prison rape is, I mean, I don't think it's close to like civilian women rape, but I think it's up there. Like it's getting it's skyrocketing. That's fucked. And I don't know if you knew this, but if a man or if a woman rapes a man, the sentence is like 3 years in prison, I think it is. And then if a man rapes a female, it's 10 years. Which I'm okay with it, but it's like, ugh. Well, no, I'm not, but it's like
You're in a situation now.
no. It's not that I'm digging myself deeper and deeper. It's just like I'm really conflicted on that, right? Because it's like,
Yeah.
I, like it would take a lot for a dude to get kidnapped. Is what I'm saying. Like, like, like if you got kidnapped by a girl and all this other shit happened to you, I'm not saying you deserve it, but Jesus Christ, how weak as fuck are you, dude? Like,
Yo, I'm not even gonna chat shit, but I reckon Ross could get good.
I think every man can like fucking like one man could fight 4 women at once, because of the power difference. So
This
it's
is where
like,
you're stepping into sexism. This is
no, I
getting
mean there is
twisted.
no, there is a difference. I don't give a fuck what you say. Fuck that. Men and women
Okay.
are different, like physically and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Physical
I respect that.
capabilities and shit. Like I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit. Like, oh no, we're all equal physically, mentally. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, men are stronger. I mean, it's just a simple fact. Like physically, like men can lift more weight, females, whatever, can't. I mean, it's just as simple as that. That's
I mean,
why
there's a one armor, one armed bodybuilder.
there's always exceptions though, like to everything.
She's a strong girl, man.
But like an average girl, like if a guy gets kidnapped by like 4 girls, it's I feel like it's the guy's fault. Like, how did you fuck that up, dude? Like, you're a goddamn man. Like, if they're kidnapping a kid, a
I'm not
boy
being
kid,
funny. I think at that point, me personally, I would enjoy it.
I'd be like, I'm into this, yo. What's next?
Yeah, I'm like if 4 girls kidnap me, It depends what they look like.
They look like wildebeest. They're looking like beluga
Yeah.
whale status, dude. They're looking. Because if they're pretty, they wouldn't be kidnapping dudes to fuck them, you know?
I mean, haven't you seen what's that film called?
I don't
Where
know.
that smoking hot girl kidnaps that guy. Oh, I don't know what it's called.
Is it a
It's
UK
happened in a
movie
film.
or?
Nah, it's a US film.
I don't know, man.
But what was it? It was a funny film. But anyway, she kidnaps him and fucks him and does all this weird little shit. Anyway, it was like 50 Shades of Grey, but like the other way around.
I don't think I've
A
ever
bit
seen
more
that film.
rapey. Anyway,
If a girl's kidnapping a guy, she's probably ugly.
she's
Like-
got to. Oh,
Like, she's probably so ugly, like, not
let's
even
put
a...
it this way, right? Say the female has like sexual diseases like AIDS
whoa,
or HIV.
whoa.
That is then classed as rape.
I'd agree
Do you
with
see,
you.
do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that.
So hold on. Say I fucked a bitch, yeah, and she had AIDS.
Well, not like you're just fucking her randomly, but if she's like forcing herself onto you.
Yeah, kind of like being kind of slutty,
because
but
she
like you
wants sex
accept it.
because she's got fucking dirty
Exactly.
Yeah, because no one will
Because she's
actually
trying to
fuck her
spread
because
it.
she has HIV.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't know if you want to label him as a fucking rape. It's like, wouldn't you want a different label for those kind of people?
Well, I mean, technically it is rape.
It is rape, but it's weird.
Okay, well,
It's strange.
I don't know, cause like, yeah, if you really don't want to fuck as a guy, you don't. You know what I mean? It's in order for a woman to rape a guy, she just doesn't have to force onto him. She literally has to fuck, kidnap him, and everything. Like if a man doesn't want to fuck, simply he doesn't have to. Like, it's simpler because
See,
the
look, I'm a
power
guy,
difference and stuff
so
like that.
it's hard for me to say no.
No, I agree
I
with
know
you,
this makes me
but you're
sound
not getting raped all because she's coming onto you strongly. Like,
Yeah, I know. If she's coming on to me strongly, then I'm gonna have to. Let's go.
let's go. Where's the porta
But
potty?
if
Like, yeah, I get you.
exactly, like I'm a guy. I like sex. I can't say no to if a girl's coming on to me. Personally, I like it when a girl comes on to me.
Gee, what?
When
Name a
she
guy who
comes on to
doesn't.
me,
You fucking.
it's just nah. But you know what I mean.
Nah, I know what you
So
mean.
obviously, if I don't want to, but she's still coming on to me, she keeps trying and trying. That's a turn on for me. But then obviously, if I sit here and think about it, like, raw, that's rape. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not though. That's not rape.
Nah, that's not
That's
rape.
not rape. You're a fucking moron.
It
That's
is,
not rape
because
at all.
if I don't want to, and she keeps going and going and going, I'm like,
Yeah, but you've just said it's a turn on, so technically it's not rape because you want to.
Exactly. Like, a girl could a girl could
Maybe
feel
not.
threatened. Oh, hold on. If a guy
What
comes
do you
on,
mean? If you like rape, it's not rape. Like, what?
you're a fucking idiot. Rape is you don't like what's happening. This guy's
Yeah,
like,
I don't-
yeah, I'm fine with rape, dude. Like, kidnap me, someone. Like, no,
I
dude.
don't know, I do like getting a bit rough in the bedroom, like.
Yeah, but that's. Oh my
This
god,
guy.
that's not rape. What do you mean? Like,
I know that's not.
you're a
rape,
fucking moron. Well, no, but let me get this
I
point
know
across.
that's
Like,
not rape.
if a guy comes on to a girl really strongly, like, she could feel threatened, like, kind of a little worried about what she's gonna say next, right? Because, like, she could be like, ooh, like, is this guy a fucking weirdo? You know, so she might even lead him on a little bit more just to not get fucking kidnapped or some shit, right? So, but I feel like that could never happen the other way around. Like, if a girl's really coming on to you, you never feel threatened, like, oh my god, like, I better watch what I say next,
I
or
don't know,
else
it depends
I'm gonna
what she
get
looks
fucking. Well, if this bitch's name is Helga from Russia, fucking 7'7", like, has bigger biceps than your head,
Getting a call up in the NBA.
like, she has bigger biceps.
She's gonna call up in the NBA.
She's gonna be a first round draft pick. I don't care.
She has bigger biceps than your fucking torso. Like, yeah, I'd feel threatened. Like, hold on, let's talk about this. You know.
It's possible, but it's just a lot less likely. Depends what sort of guy you are, really. If you're like fucking skinny as fuck, nerdy, scared of everything,
Like, I don't think a
Like,
man
so-
would get the same mental damage as a woman being raped. Like, if a man gets raped compared to a female getting raped, I feel like
What?
there's not the
I
same
think they
mental
would.
damage.
what do you mean? That's like
Because-
literally your whole entire manhood just been dismantled right in front of you. You have been
But then-
forcefully sexually attacked by a female.
But then that's when all like, that's when you're like, oh, like blah blah blah. They're like, and then it would happen at like a party or something. Because unless you're getting kidnapped by one girl, fuck you. It's gonna happen at like some place where there's like loads of people about. Some girls gonna come on
You're
to you.
spiked
That's
or
it.
some shit.
Yeah, you're gonna get your bum hole's gonna start twitching. She's gonna come on to you, and then that's it, rape. Yeah. So you walk down the stairs, you're like, oh shit. They've all seen her come down the stairs first. They're like,
Okay.
hey, you just fucked Ashley or whatever the fuck her name is, and like, then you'll be like, oh wow, yeah, I fucked her, and then that's when you start thinking like, and it just goes. So I don't think that you'd be.
You'd
I
roll
don't
with
think
it.
it'd fuck you up.
Yeah, I think you'd roll with it. Like, you wouldn't like it, but I think a guy would just roll with it. Cause like, you're
Yeah,
not gonna be like,
depends
she
if I'm
fucking
driving.
raped me, and everyone's gonna look at you like, the fuck? Are you fucking
It
dumb?
depends if
Like,
I'm getting some kind of hubba bubba dick because she's got some sort of
That's what I
disease.
mean.
Like,
They go back
if
to, like, the
she's a
same-
beluga whale, fucking manatee looking, like, yeah, then you're gonna get scarred just from looking at it, right? But
Even still, even in that situation, I think a guy would get over it.
yeah,
We would get
well, that's what
over
I'm
it a lot
saying though.
quicker.
You wouldn't get the same mental, um, I don't
I
know.
think the only way that I can see that like mentally scarring or affecting a male is if she's like got fucking HIV or AIDS
Exactly,
and
and I'm
like
getting
Yeah.
hubba bubba
gone.
dick.
Like,
Cause like a female would feel really vulnerable in that situation, surrounded by nothing but men, right? Because the power difference, right? But a man surrounded by females, it's like, it's almost hard for
shit,
them to
I just
feel.
scored.
It's almost hard for them to feel helpless, because it's like, you know, like if you're about to get kidnapped by a bunch of females, it's like they literally have to fucking shoot you with a tranquilizer or some shit to get you down or some shit. Like I don't know.
Yeah, they're slipping shit in my drink. I don't care.
I don't know how
But
I'd
then
feel about that.
I might
Like
flip
if
my-
I got drugged, I'd be like, what's happening? Like,
It depends if a girl's like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, and then I'll start getting like kidnapped, but I don't realize it because I'm like, yo, I like this.
I don't think I'd give a fuck to be honest. I would be just like, all right, well, I
I'd
guess.
start getting into it. I'll be like,
Well, I feel like that'd be the best way to like not make it fuck you up, right? Is just to roll with it.
the only way it's gonna fuck me up is if she starts like cutting shit in my chest and all that madness. And like
That's
burning
a
me,
torture.
yeah, that's sexual torture.
sticking some fucking 12-inch schlong down your
Yeah,
asshole.
yeah. If I'm getting all that anal fucking penetration, dick and ass,
You getting branded and shit. Like I
that's
didn't.
when I'm doing triple backflips. You see me turn into Jet Li.
Stop fly kicking bitches across the room.
Bro, tie my hands up. I don't care. I'm gonna swing around in the chair and fucking volley you out the window.
I like it. I like it. How long have we been running for?
I don't know.
Oh, about 27 minutes. We'll keep it going. Oh man, yo. So I want to talk about like, what are your thoughts about guns? Because I know I've wanted to talk about this for a little bit. Like, you have really limited guns. Like it's almost nearly impossible for you to get a gun unless you're like a farmer. So I think I'm a little bit educated on that subject. Where it's like if you're
Nearly
a farmer,
impossible legally to get a firearm.
Right. Legally, you can't get a firearm unless it's for pigeon shooting
or farming, right?
or like airsoft guns. So say like
Yeah, so like replica.
gas guns basically that shoot like
Well, yeah, I know what airsoft guns
plastic
are.
pellets and that.
So
Legally, you're not allowed a firearm.
in any situation, you could like. Because I've always heard that if you're a farmer, you can do it, but you have to go through so much bullshit. You have to get like licenses here and that just to get yourself a goddamn.
The only gun you're allowed like that is for pigeon shooting.
And what caliber would that be? 22?
That'd be.
It'd be like
I don't
22.
know.
The small rounds. Well, I don't know. See, I always wondered about that. Like, do you feel safe in your home? Like do you think like if somebody were to break in, right? Like you're fine.
Well, yeah, because they don't have firearms either. It works all the way around.
I mean, it's a whole different
Well,
situation.
I feel like you could still get guns illegally, right? Like that's
cool.
never gonna be gone. Because a couple years ago there was these two fucking teenagers that they had a shootout with the police in the UK. One had a shotgun and one had a if I remember correctly, it was like a 22 pistol, so it wasn't that crazy. But the shotgun was a 12 gauge shotgun, and they were shooting at cops from their inside their room, right? Just fucking around, I guess. It's like, so if they got a shotgun and a 22 pistol, it's like, what could the criminals
Yeah,
get?
it's
You know
possible.
what I mean? Like, I feel like you'd really be in trouble. You know?
Yeah, you.
It's like, wouldn't you feel
It's,
safer with a gun in your home?
You see, look, where I'm from, London, a lot of gun crime happens in London, and there's like a lot of TV shows. What was that one on Channel Ross? What was that one on Channel 5? You know what I'm
I really
talking
can't
about?
remember. Yeah, I
It was
know what
like
you're on
drugs,
about.
guns, and so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
But anyway, there was it shows you like there's loads of gangs in London and that, and they've all got guns and that, and they stood there on camera. But it happens. It's real, and a lot of like I said, a lot of gun crime does happen in London because I don't know why. I guess we're just one of the main sources. Like I can walk down the road and I can buy a 12-gauge shotgun for £600.
Well, you can acquire a gun for £600
I can buy one for £600
legally or illegally.
illegally, so off market,
Okay.
off some guy, and that's it.
So, yeah, so there you go. There's a prime example on why guns should be legalized there. Because, like, if you took
If
all the
were
guns,
legalized here, it would be very bad.
I don't think so. I think it'd be safer, because, like here, you know, there's gun violence. You know, like we have cities like Chicago and stuff like that where it's kind of really bad. You know, like there's murders every fucking day, right? Like the longest they've ever gone without murder was 10 days, right? I get that, but if you remove all the guns, right, like, and like, every single gun, they're just gonna switch to another weapon. Fucking clubs, for fuck's sake. You take their clubs, they're gonna move to rocks. You take their rocks, they're gonna move to fists. Like, I feel like if you really want to kill someone, you're gonna do it, regardless of what tools are at your disposal. You know?
Well, the situation is if you give like two people a gun, if one person had a gun and the other person didn't, it's not guaranteed that they're even going to shoot them. They could just use it for like fucking stealing their shit. But if the other person has a gun and they're trying to steal their shit, they're just going to blow their kneecaps out. Like,
Think about it this way. I live in
it
Texas.
just increases the violence levels.
I live in Texas in the United States. You know, guns are really easy to acquire here. You know what doesn't happen in Texas? Break-ins. Because a guy's like, do I really want to break into a Texas home where he probably has a gun and a really good gun, because you can get yourself an AR-15 really cheaply, or 12-gauge shotgun at Walmart, you know, Beretta for $1,000 or $600. Like, you know, you can get, and $600 is what, like 450 pounds or some shit. I don't know. I don't know the exact currency change, but it's pretty cheap. Like, you can get yourself a gun. So it's almost like you don't want to break into a store and rob it because any of these people could have a gun. So it almost makes you think twice of wanting to do stupid shit with firearms, because you're just like, I don't want to get shot either. Like, let me not do this. You know?
I see where you're
Yeah, I
coming
see
from,
where
but a
you're
lot
coming
of people here are dumb.
It's like,
Very
if I had a
dumb.
gun in the UK and I was a criminal, I'd be like, easy fucking pickings, man. I'm gonna go break into some houses and take all their shit because they don't got nothing to defend themselves with. Or I'm gonna go rob every store that I want to because I know that there's no repercussion of it. And
See, look, a lot of things that we buy like here,
yeah,
we import them from like France, or because over there, a lot of the stuff that's banned here is allowed over there. So, say if we were to require something that we needed, we would import it from other countries, and there you go, we've got it. So a lot of people that I know personally, fair enough, we haven't got guns, but we've got other stuff that will fuck you up very badly for a long time. So,
well, I'm not saying that you need a gun, but you know, you could defend a home with a baseball bat and stuff like that. You know, with melee weapons, you know, you could do a lot of damage. You could take down someone with a gun in close quarters with a baseball bat, simply, right? You know, through a hallway and stuff like that. But what guns are really perfect for are for elderly people. You know, like an older person that could be wield a baseball bat as much as, you know, you and me, right? It's gonna be a lot hard for them. So it's like, if I'm a criminal and I want to really be a scumbag and make it super easy, I'm just gonna break into these elderly people's homes where they're not gonna be able to ever stand a chance. But if they had a gun, they would. Like, every elderly person that I know that lives in Texas has firearms because they're like, I can't defend myself like I once could. With this tool, I can.
see, look, I respect that. Burglary it's a weird thing because it does happen here quite a bit,
Yeah.
but it isn't. It don't seem as serious over here. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, what do you mean by serious? Like you don't really fear for your life? Is that what you're saying?
So like, I can't really discuss about this or say nothing on it because it hasn't happened to me.
I mean, I've seen
So
people snatch purses and stuff like that, but
yeah,
I've
that's
never
different.
been burglarized either. But I mean, I don't know. It just seems like it to me to where like I mean, I understand a lot of people that do burglars aren't in their right mind. You know, like they don't think like a normal person would. Like they'll get high or something like that and then go rob a store so they calm their nerves. You know, to
Yeah.
do it and stuff like that. So I get that too. You're dealing with someone who's not in their right mind or who is really desperate. You know, like they're really falling back on bills and they're about to like lose their fucking home. Like desperate times call for desperate measures. You know, a bunch of shit. There's a lot. There's a concoction of things that could happen. You know, it's not always just one thing. The scumbag breaking into the store. It could be a variety of things. There's been videos of people breaking into stores, and this guy was just apologizing the whole time. Like there's a video and he's like, dude, I'm sorry. I'm fucking desperate. I'm doing this because I'm falling back on bills. Like I'm fucking sorry. I would try my hardest to try to get you back everything I stole in the future, but fuck, man, I'm desperate. You know, so there's that guy and then there's a fuck you, give me your money cuz I want to do some more illegal shit, you know. But I don't know. It's just like the people who are in their right mind, I feel like are almost more cautious of who they're going to burglarize, right? Because they're like, this like this woman has a big purse. Let me not rob her. When in the UK you see a big purse, right? And I'm a criminal. I'm like, ooh, she must have some good shit in there. But in the US you think a gun could fit in there. You know, like she could have something in there that could fuck me up.
I feel that. I see that. It's just one of them things.
It's
Ooh.
hard to talk about because it hasn't. I think with burglary and theft and that, you would have to be in the situation to be able to talk about it like properly and actually have like a strong point of view. Whereas it hasn't happened to any of us, so it's hard to call.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I had I feel like if I had a gun in my pocket, like a guy mugs me, like you know, he has a knife out right in front of me. He says, "Give me all your money, or I'm gonna stab you." I feel like I wouldn't be as anxious or you know jitty in that situation. I feel like I'm in control because I know in my pocket I have a gun. I'm not saying I'm gonna kill him. I'm just saying that I feel more in control than I would if I didn't have a firearm. You know, it's like all because you have a gun doesn't mean like if you get into that situation you're supposed to kill the guy. But I feel like if you were getting you know mugged and you knew you had a firearm in your pocket, you wouldn't be as fearful of your life. You know.
But then at the same time, if he's mugging you with a knife, then he's going to be close to you.
Oh
And
yeah,
as soon
100%.
as you pull in your pocket to pull it out, he's plunging you. You're dead.
I mean, your body can take a lot of damage. Like, you're not humans aren't really that as delicate as you think. Like, it takes a lot to kill someone.
But if right, so the most common place would be the knife in the stomach. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have that pressed up against you, like most people, and he's gonna be like, "Give me your shit." And as soon as you make that quick move to grab a piece out your pocket, he's gonna stab you right in your stomach.
Worst case scenario, he's behind you with a knife. You know, have it out to your spinal cord. You know that. I get that.
Then you're fucked for life.
Yeah. You fucking.
Then you ain't moving for years. You fuck it, man. That's when you pull the piece out your pocket and do yourself.
Pop yourself in the brain, like, fuck it.
I ain't moving like that old bitch in Resident Evil in the wheelchair. You can fuck off.
In Resident Evil, I like it.
That's something I couldn't deal with, being like completely paralyzed.
I would shit in my pants. It frustrates me.
I wouldn't give a fuck. You know, being like in a wheelchair, I wouldn't give two fucks.
I wouldn't care about shitting myself.
No, I mean you could still like go to the restroom and shit. I mean,
but you wouldn't be.
No, I mean like completely paralyzed, so you can't move your legs or arms.
Okay, if I'm paralyzed from the waist down, I could live with myself. Paralyzed from the neck down, what's the fucking point? I'm just a head. Like what's the point? Like,
yo, as soon as you said that, it reminded me of like Futurama with the drawers.
Yeah, they're like talking and shit. Oh, I wanted to talk about the story that I was gonna tell you about earlier that I want to get your genuine reaction to.
There
So
you go, the dick.
it's about a dick, yes.
The no dick prick.
In Florida, so you know what happened for real. In Florida, all right, this guy's girlfriend caught this guy cheating, so he cut his dick off while he was sleeping with a pair of scissors and threw it out the window. Okay? She runs off, okay? Runs off. The cops come, ambulance comes. They spend an hour looking for his dick in the grass. They finally found it. Okay? They finally found it. Sewed it back onto his dick, okay? She sneaks into the hospital where they're keeping him and cuts it off again and takes it.
What the fuck?
What do you think about that?
Why is the crazy bitch stealing his dick?
Because he cheated on her.
Oh, the girl cut it off.
Yeah, the girl. Yeah, no,
Oh,
the guy
yeah.
cut off the girl's dick. Yeah, that's what happened.
No.
No. The girl cut off the guy's dick because the guy was cheating. Okay.
Yeah, I thought there was 3 people in this situation.
No.
I thought there was 2 guys and 1 girl.
Yeah,
No, no.
One guy cut off the other guy's dick, and then she ran in there and cut it off again.
No,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
what I was
one
like,
girl.
what?
This is one girl. Okay. She cuts his
girl-
dick off while he's sleeping. She escapes. Cops looking for her. They find his dick an hour later. They put it back on him. She sneaks into the hospital while they're still looking for her. Cut his dick off again and then takes it.
Why would you
Because
do
Florida.
That's fucked up, bro. Could
What
you
would you
imagine that
do?
waking up in the hospital? You're like, oh, thank fuck, my dick's there. And you go back to sleep.
What
Wake
would-
up, and your dick's gone again.
Oh, I think he was awake when she cut the dick off in the hospital as well.
Oh my god, that's gotta hurt, man.
What would you rather lose 2 legs or 2 arms or 2 legs or your dick? Like if you could choose, like keep your dick but lose 2 legs or lose 2 arms, or lose your dick and keep all your limbs except your dick.
I'm probably losing my legs, bro. Not gonna lie.
Like, if I've still got my arms, I can still play Call of Duty. If I've got no legs, I ain't moving, but I've still got a dick. So I'm good.
So you're
There's
losing
some
your legs.
freaky girls. There's some freaky girls out there
Huh?
that are into fucking some little stump guys. And
Some-
I'm down.
You're down. I like it.
Bro, the amount of times that you'd smack your nuts on the floor, though. Shit.
Oh God, that's fucked. Why would
I'd
you
be
think of
laying
that?
down, bro.
That's
I'd be
terrible.
laying down.
Oh.
Bro, you say that my nuts just curl up. Like, why?
Curl up. What do you mean curl up? They're not
It's like a
roly
natural-
polies. You
They
fucking.
suck back in.
Do you not get that feeling when someone talks about like getting smacked in the nuts and your balls just like?
They just
Yep,
hurt and suck
yep,
in.
yep. Nope. All right. Well, I
My
think we
nuts are
should.
literally just yo-yo.
I think we should end it on that note. You know, on a dick cutting off in balls getting sucked up into your body like a fucking turtle head. God damn it. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. See ya.